In this lesson, we will learn how to work with footnotes and endnotes in Word. In this document, I have the References tab selected, and in the Footnotes group, I have the option to insert a footnote or to insert a endnote. A footnote is going to, by default, appear at the bottom of a page. Perhaps there's something in your document that you want to add more information on, but you want those to be inserted at the end of your documents. Those items will be considered endnotes. These are default settings, and what I mean by that is if you go to the lower right corner of the Footnotes group, you'll see the dialog box launcher. When you select this icon, it's going to give you some options on the location. So this is the default of the footnotes. As I mentioned, appears at the bottom of the page, and using the drop down, you can also modify that location. I'll keep mine at bottom of the page. Endnotes, end of the document is the default. However, if you're working with a very lengthy document or documents with a lot of chapters, you might want to choose end of section. I'm going to go ahead and choose end of document. We can come back to this window to format the footnotes and the endnotes. You'll see when you select footnotes, you have the options active at the bottom. It looks like each of my footnotes are going to come into a format numbered as 1, 2, 3, starting with number 1. Let's go ahead and insert some footnotes and endnotes and see how they appear on our document. For now, I'll go ahead and click Cancel in the Footnote and Endnote window. In my document, in the first sentence, I'm going to click after the company name. I want to create an endnote that's going to appear at the end of my document. From the References ribbon from the Footnotes group, I'm going to click Insert Endnote. I am at the last page of my document. Although it says page 8 in my document, it is actually the last page, page 9 of 9. I have a cover page in this document which might make the last page seem off, but page 8 is my 9th page when you count for that cover page. Here I'm ready for my endnote, and I'm going to provide some information about Hill Properties. So here is my first endnote at the end of my document. What's nice about endnotes and footnotes is that they provide quick navigation between the related items. For example, I'm going to double click on the superscript Roman numeral number here, and it's going to navigate me to the top of my document where the initial endnote was inserted. Now if I place my mouse over this instance, it's going to show me what the actual endnote is at the bottom of my document. It's a nice feature. If you want to go ahead and add a couple other endnotes, you can go ahead and do so, and at the end of your document where the endnotes are noted, if you go ahead and add endnotes throughout your document, Word will make sure to number them in the order that they appear in your document. For example, if you go ahead and create a endnote on page 9, the last page of your document, I'll go ahead and create one here at the title where it says Our Local Market. I'll insert an endnote. This second endnote that I've created, again, appears at the last page of my document. Now I'm going to go ahead and insert another endnote. However, I'm going to do it on a previous page. I'll select this page here. I'm going to click after the number 500, insert a endnote. Now you can see here that the order that I created the endnotes do not determine the order that they appear in the endnote area. Again, it's the order they appear in the document. Now, what's interesting about this endnote here about approximate number, and even maybe the information obtained from SDAR, is that these items are probably better suited as footnotes. For example, an endnote might be something that is pertaining to the entire document, and then a footnote might be something that is particular just to that specific page. So it is up to you how you want to organize them, but as a general rule, that's how endnotes and footnotes are different. Now I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate how to delete a endnote. I'm going to go ahead and delete the approximate number right here, and then I'll backspace it. And you can see if you continue to backspace, that location is allocated. It's not going to let me backspace or delete. It might even give you a window that says this is not a valid action for endnotes. To remove the endnote, I'm going to go to the location where that endnote is located. Here I am at the location, and to remove the endnote, I'm going to select that superscript Roman numeral number, then press delete. I'm going to press Control End on the keyboard, which will take me to the last page in my document, and you will see the endnotes have been modified accordingly. Now that you know how to insert the endnotes, inserting a footnote is just as simple. Let's go to page 3 of our document and create a couple footnotes. Here next to San Francisco, I'm going to click and I'm going to insert a footnote. And the footnote is going to be, here's my first footnote, appears at the bottom of that page. I'm going to go ahead and insert one additional footnote, and I'm going to do it above San Francisco just to demonstrate endnotes and footnotes have the same behavior. As you can see in the screen tip that demonstrates the footnote as you saw in the endnote earlier. I'm going to go ahead and click after the word Office Manager for my second footnote. I'm going to go ahead and choose Insert Footnote. And you'll see that it numbers according to position on the page. And then I'll go ahead and provide a little information here. Now that you have a few footnotes and endnotes on the page, to wrap up this lesson here, I do want to mention that in the References Footnotes group, you have an option to show notes. When you choose the Show Notes command, it's going to navigate you to a window where you can view the footnote areas or view the endnote areas quickly. Over here, there's the Next Footnote command, and this is going to let you navigate from footnote to footnote and from endnote to endnote. And this is a great feature when you're navigating long documents. To demonstrate, if I choose Next Footnote, here I am at the next one. And then if I choose Previous Footnote, it'll go to the previous. And then I can always go to Next Endnote. And in this document, that's the only endnote that I have. But again, if you're using sections with multiple endnotes, you may be able to benefit from the next and previous endnote options as well. And that completes our lesson on how to insert footnotes and endnotes in Word.